Wow, Teofimo may have to fight Kambosos in the Middle East. I'm going to talk about all that and more in this video. Make sure y'all stay tuned. We got J-Lo. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Listen, do me a favor. If you enjoy the content on the channel, throw a like on the video. It goes a long way when you guys just simply hit the like button, really to notify others that the content is informative and is what they're looking for in the world of boxing. So please throw a like on the video, subscribe, all that good stuff to indicate that you enjoy the content. Now, link in the description, ESPN, Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos bout now targeted for October in the Middle East, Triller exec says. And this just came out. A link will be in the description. Very interesting news. Now, Bob Arum and Top Rank, it looks like they amended the deal. And I personally believe they were trying to get out of this fight and, you know, catch Triller up and say they defaulted and pulled Teofimo back to ESPN. Because if you notice, the conversation changed. They were talking about Teofimo, Lomachenko, October, November, and on pay-per-view. And now they're talking about Lomachenko could fight a guy Teofimo already knocked out in 2 rounds or so, Richard Comey. So I think they've been halted. But let me get to this article. Then I'll give you some more of my thoughts. It says the never-ending saga to find a new date and location for Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos marches on. Triller co-founder Ryan Cavagna told ESPN Saturday he is planning to stage the rescheduled undisputed lightweight championship fight in October in the Middle East. What a mess. What a mess. Now, shout out to the Middle East, but let's keep going. We are currently working with the regulatory bodies to bring this fight to Saudi Arabia or UAE, right, in October, Cavagna said. We think it's the perfect place for such a landmark fight. Triller hoped to stage the fight October 17th in Sydney, balked at the 14-day quarantine mandated by the Australian government. The disagreement led to an IBF ruling, which was handed down last Monday. Triller must stage the fight in a location that does not require a quarantine. Now, some people thought it would be held in America where it was initially stated and slated to be, but now Triller comes out, spokesperson, and he says they trying to take it to the UAE, Middle East. The New Jersey-based sanctioning body also gave Triller until October 17th to hold the fight. Contracts must be sent by August 24th. So they already have plans in motion. It don't look like they're dropping the fight. Teofimo Lopez's manager said this: "Can't wait to see the details. When informed of Triller's Middle East plan, we were always willing to go anywhere. We just didn't want to have the quarantine." So it looks like Teofimo is in a situation where he's backed up. It does not appear Triller is backing out of what they won the purse bid to hold this fight, but they're trying to logistically make it make sense. It says in the event Triller fails to submit, then Eddie Hearn gets a crack at the fight, you know, blah, blah, blah. Triller won the rights. They have to put up $6 million for the fight. The matchup was initially set for June 19th. So a lot of time has been elapsed and taken off of Teofimo's career after such a big win for him with the Lomachenko. McWater, Teofimo's manager, said he feels great. He's been training since the Rona, blah, blah, blah. So that's the latest. This is pretty bad. I know that Teofimo's team is acting like they like it, but I don't think this is what they wanted. Again, as I said earlier in this video, I am of the belief that Bob Arum, David McWater, Teofimo, and his team, they were trying to get out of this fight. You know, once it was said that the fight Triller wanted to have in Australia, they try to use that. But then the IBF ruled, okay, it can't happen in Australia, but they can send the contracts within this amount of time and fight on October 17th. It has to happen by October 17th. So now it's going to look bad because Teofimo, if these contracts are presented from Triller, he has 2 choices. He can fight where they put up the money since they won the purse bid, and it can be anywhere without a quarantine. And I guess the UAE, Dubai, or whatever in the Middle East, that's applicable because they have kingdoms and stuff. They don't have their own. They have their own infrastructure where it doesn't look like a quarantine is mandated. So he has to fight there. Or option 2, vacate the belt. Now, if he vacates, that's going to look even worse. You see both these guys with Top Rank. Both of these guys were supposed to be coming off of big performances, but look at how both Top Rank fighters and main events coming off of what you would expect to be highlight performances. Fury for Wilder, and then the pandemic set everybody back. But even beyond that, Tyson Fury ran from the rematch, tried to get away and fight Joshua to the point where he basically was threatened with lawsuit, fight Wilder, retire from an arbitrator judge. Then he said he had the Rona, and now the fight, we're still waiting for it. And then look at how much time Teofimo has wasted as well. They said he got the Rona at one point earlier in the year. He was repping this Triller thing. His dad was like, we got J-Lo. We gonna sell 2 million views and buys, and Triller knows what they're doing. And then the bottom line is, hell of a way to kill someone's momentum. The man just beat Lomachenko fair and square, and that was in last October. Kambosos has been waiting, and it's just a mess. It looks bad for Teofimo. Looks like you were trying to get out of the Kambosos fight. You got the Rona. You bow down to Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, an exhibition fight, and didn't want to compete with that. And then now you've just been stagnated ever since. And this is the same team that said they were bigger than Gervonta Davis. This is the same team that said they were going to have Miami sold out and Meek Mill. You think Meek Mill's going to UAE for this fight? You think J-Lo's going to Dubai for this fight? Probably not. So they also, Top Rank, try to get out of the fight, in my opinion. And they also try to enforce that the fight, they try to argue that the fight had to be done by September. And now IBF rules something different. They have until October 17th. So literally Teofimo will have been out of the ring for a year by the time this fight rolls around. And then even to make it even worse is, even if Triller fails to do their part and send the contract by August 24th or whatever it is, then Eddie Hearn, DAZN, and Rematch Room they already won a bid. They were the second bidder. So they get second dibs on the fight before Top Rank. So they has to go through 2 different phases before Top Rank can get this fight. So 2 people have to default on what they previously bid earlier in the year in order for Top Rank and ESPN to get their ESPN fighter that they just did a new contract for back on the network. That's a bad look. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm working. We working.
But the fight to be made right now is with my son. Everybody knows that he's a ticket seller right now. And after this fight with Triller, he's gonna be on top of everybody. And there's no, like Floyd says, oh, we the A side. No, you're not gonna be the A side. We're gonna be the A side, because we're gonna do at least close to 2 million fucking pay-per-view buys.
How do you get 2 million buys when even, Canelo and Manny Pacquiao, they haven't been able to touch?
The reason why is because we bring in a big platform. This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we got Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have maybe Karol G, Anuel. We're still digging into getting all these performers. Triller is not gonna invest their money, not knowing what the hell they're gonna do. I think it's gonna sell out. I think it's gonna sell out, and I think we're gonna do better than the Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather bullshit.